Hands up if you think that this is going to happen. Reinstate Trump. Facebook Oversight Board set to rule on indefinite ban. Yes, they could be overturning it. I think it's tomorrow supposed to be happening. Not going to happen, because especially coming out of what the DOJ has to talk about. I'll just briefly go over this because we're going to talk about it tomorrow unless a bunch of fucking crazy shit happens. A massive amount of money has been allocated to the DOJ for a domestic terrorism probe. Facebook will not overturn Donald Trump's indefinite suspension because they classify all the supporters of President Trump as being domestic terrorists, extremists. Please remember the Capitol riot on January 6th, even though all of the narratives have become completely and totally unraveled at this point, and that's why I don't think, nor will it really matter if Facebook decides to flip over the indefinite ban, which was weird and unwarranted to begin with, but just glance over this before we get to the good stuff. Facebook's Independent Oversight Board, I doubt the amount of independence in that, on Wednesday is expected to announce its biggest decision yet, whether to uphold or reverse Facebook's indefinite ban on former President Donald Trump. Doubtful. The decision to ban Trump from both Facebook and Instagram, which the company owns, came after the January 6th attack on the Capitol. Well, it's not an insurrection anymore? Come on, NPR, you guys are slacking. Still, several other outlets are still calling it an insurrection at this point. You can at least call it a riot. I'll meet you halfway in the middle. But it was precipitated by the months that Trump spent on social media, both amplifying disinformation and casting doubt on his loss in the presidential election in violation of Facebook's ever-changing and nebulous rules. We believe the risk of allowing the president to continue to use our service during this period are simply too great, said Zuckerberg. We believe we took the right decision. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm giving way too much emotion to this speech if it was delivered by Mark Zuckerberg. But this one's delivered by Nick Clegg. Ugh, what an appropriately ugly surname. We believe we took the right decision. We think it's entirely justified by the unprecedented circumstances on that day. Yeah, but all the evidence has come out, so how can you keep that one up unless you're just going to lie to people? No, that's a very obvious option, I guess. And yet, both Zuckerberg and Clegg have expressed concerns about any one company having so much power over speech online. Very funny. I don't care what these fucking useless cocksuckers have to say anyways. No, another reason why I don't think that the oversight board, the very, very independent oversight board, is going to overturn this is because it cracks open the door, okay? You reverse the ban based on the evidence that has been currently sent in. In defense of Trump, you'd have to define why you terminated his accounts to begin with, which would be hard to justify and a hard pill to swallow and something that you'd have to admit to, which Facebook and other social media companies are not very good at defining the reasons in which they conduct themselves. And then that also opens up the opportunity of other people who have been cast off their platforms to bring forth tangible evidence in order to get their accounts back on your platform. Okay? This is another reason why common carriership for big tech platforms should probably happen. Or the removal of Section 230, or the adjustment, or the reformation of it. Something like that needs to happen to these people. Frankly, I'm with Bill Haggerty. Just call them common carriers. That's what they are at this point. And frankly, it doesn't matter what Facebook does, okay? Facebook and Instagram might have been, the third or fourth most popular platforms for Trump. The one that really matters to him was Twitter, okay? And he finally has his alternative. Because Orange Man back. Trump appears to launch communication platform months after Twitter ban. And it's pretty much like Twitter. And it's exclusively for him. I will show you. I have it pulled up. It's interesting. It doesn't say much. It just has a snazzy little video, a very highly produced video, just shows the world, has a couple of still images, and it's just basically an intro for his platform, okay? It's right on, donaldjtrump.com/desk, okay? What does it look like? Just kind of looks like a Twitter alternative. There's just no interactions of it. It has all of his statements from the time that he opened up the office of the 45th, or the former president. You know the one. He has his fucking press releases that came out there. They're just nice, tidy, organized place for them to be, I suppose. I don't know. If this is a first step, I'm of two minds of this, okay? This makes sense because if he was to open up something public, it would get taken down. It would get attacked by every corner of the media. It would have been something very, very hard to pull off if it wasn't executed properly, which, based on the people that he has put around him for a long fucking time, I don't necessarily think that they'd be competent enough to pull it off, but there are other platforms he could have used to do that, and hence why he did this on his own website. It's a place where his individual thoughts and individual statements can go and be put up. That's fine, okay? But at the same time, not having some place where he can interact with the people who want to interact with him to give him good information is a big fucking bummer. So that's why I hope that this is just a first step, okay? Because he needs additional people out there giving him input, okay? Because it's a very small world at Mar-a-Lago, okay? And when Trump crowdsources information like he did leading up to 2016, he's a very dangerous force. He's a guy who has his thumb on the pulse of the nation and understands the direction in which it's going. When he's isolated in either the White House, in Mar-a-Lago, just around with his advisors that he has around him or have been put in front of him, he tends to make not the best decisions. So if, like I'm saying, if this is the first step, that's fine. But he's going to need an outlet in order to reach out to the people who support him. So let's see if the Epoch Times says anything on this. Former President Donald Trump on Tuesday appeared to launch a new communications platform coming several months after he is suspended from all the platforms. The platform appears on Trump's personal website. You guys saw it. It includes social media posts from the former president that can be shared to Facebook and Twitter for right now, until they get banned, until Facebook decides that they aren't going to be reinstating his account, and any links to his new accounts will probably get terminated. So just be wary of that. It's not clear whether the website will be developed into a fully fledged social media website. Currently, it's not possible to create user accounts or reply to Trump's posts, and Trump is the only poster. Yeah, so right now it just kind of looks like a message board for one man. I don't like the platform, but I understand it. I can see it from both sides. I'm kind of in the middle, as you guys know, as you could probably guess. And outside of that, they don't have any new information. I'll link to the rest of the article, but it's just restating what the NPR article had as well, and then just rehashing what Corey Lewandowski said about him launching a social media platform in the coming months. And that's how it's culminated into just kind of a little comment section on his website. It's better than nothing, and it's nice not having to go through intermediaries in order to get the messages out there, because trust me, it was a bit of a fucking bitch to find some of those that were relevant to the videos I was making. That's just a little personal aside, but the fact that they're all in one segmented place right now is great, because he can make his announcements. You can hear about them through the grapevine. I'm sure at some point there's going to be notifications or push notifications for whenever he posts something new. This is, of course, the first couple of hours that it's been open, so Will changes be coming? Yeah, obviously. What changes are they? Don't know. But as you can see right now, everything's here. Yeah, it even has it right here. Want to be notified when the president makes a message? You can sign up, and I'm sure you're going to get email alerts, okay? For whatever announcement or whatever little that shot he wants to make across the bow, especially to big shot warmonger Liz Cheney, which, frankly, used to never get old, especially on Twitter. Boy, those were the days now, weren't they? But we're going to be looking forward to one more big announcement, okay? And it's weird. Why would he launch this platform on May 4th? I don't think he's that big of a Star Wars fan, and that's Disney Star Wars, the corporate Star Wars day. Most of the fans know that May 25th is a big Star Wars day. I'm not even a big Star Wars guy. I just don't like the corporatization of important media platforms. I watched all the Star Wars. I was terribly unimpressed, but it doesn't really much matter. Trump was also giving an interview that was released not that long ago to Candace Owens, of all people. And of course, he tipped his hand, and this is how we're going to end this, of course. People are going to be very, very happy with my 2024 decision. Yep. I think he keeps tipping his hand in one direction, and I think we all pretty much know what's going to be coming very shortly. Former President Donald Trump teased a 2024 presidential run Tuesday, asserting his supporters would be very, very happy with a certain announcement that Ron DeSantis is going to be your running mate. I would love it. Just already announced the ticket. Fuck it. And just steamroll the GOP. Take it back over. It's already leaning in one direction. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just get to the statement. The answer is I'm absolutely enthused. I look forward to doing an announcement at the right time, Trump said in the interview with Candace Owens. As you know, It's very early. But I think people are going to be very, very happy when I make a certain announcement. Trump's interview with Owens airs Tuesday night on her Daily Wire show. The Hill's Julie Kurtz previewed the interview. Why you would employ anybody or seek the approval of anyone from the Hill is beyond me, but fuck it, whatever. You know, the campaign finance reasons, you really can't do it too early because it becomes a whole different thing. So yeah, hence why, as you can see on the website, and I wish there was a way to show the mobile version of this because I pulled it up on my phone when I was looking at it earlier. There's a donation button at the bottom, okay? And if there's any hope of the likes of the George W. Bushes, the old neoconservatives, to push them out of the party, they have all of their monies, all of their tendrils are already into those conservative PACs out there. You have to start doing something independent. So this is a good first step. Creating your own PACs like the Save America PAC, the America First PACs that are out there. Going directly and funding it straight to the source is the best way to do it because you don't know who your friends are out there. And the people who present themselves as being the patriots and the American First people, certain candidates and certain going into certain primaries right now, say that they're all about freedom and patriotism and I love Trump, but are really just taking a lot of money from fucking neocon PACs. See that one broad in Illinois right now who's running against Adam Kissinger. That bitch is taking a whole bunch of dark money. Just as a heads up, folks. Catalina Loff, I think her name is. There's another guy there. His name escapes me at the time. He's really fucking decent. He's actually heading the polls anyway, so you love to see it. But yeah, for the last time, good first step. It better evolve from here. He needs more input from outside sources because some of the people that are around him, his boy, Junior being around there, Stephen Miller, one of the Millers is good. One of them is a whore-banging womanizer who's taking a fucking consultant gig for one of the offshoot news companies. He's the one that's running the America First Law Center. He's the good one. But those guys are on the right track. This, good first step. Now we're going to be talking about sports. I know it's going to be weird. But it's a story that's very weird, but I think has a very logical and obvious conclusion and very simplistic answer to it. So I look forward to tackling that one. With that said, I thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.